Well, greetings everybody, I am Lobo, and this is my donkey. I mean, his name's Donkey, he's not like a weird double donk. Anyway, welcome to episode 24 of my Minecraft survival series, and we have a whole lot of stuff planned today. We need our head frame, elevator, structure thingy built in right there, and there's so much to do. We also need to do something about this fountain right here. Because it doesn't fit in, right? Admit it. Whoa, Donkey agrees. Yeah, it just does not fit in. So I was thinking we could maybe put in like a water tower or something in the back there. Just something kind of to tie it in with its surroundings. Sheriff Farah, you also need to go ahead and get back to work. You need to get back to the town up there, protect and serve the villagers and whatnot. That's your job description anyway. So let me go ahead and put you away, Donkey, and I'll get started on, because we have so much to do. We have to do the terraforming as well. We have to do the fences. We have to do just so much. I want to get this area done. I want to get the surface build of the New Moon Mining Company done today. So that's the goal. This is going to be a lot of work. So I was thinking we could probably start today's episode where we left off last episode, which was with our head frame elevator. And I was thinking we could probably bring it up maybe 5 or 6 stories right up. I don't know. It'll just be tall. It'll be tall. And I want it to be tall enough to where it's kind of towering over the rest of the builds in this mining area, but not so tall that it's going to impede your view from across the city. And basically all I'm going to do is repeat this same pattern 5 or 6 stories up. And basically, since you guys saw me build this from the mine shaft up to here, I'm going to just go ahead and jump ahead to the part where we check the height. Hi, Sheriff. Don't mind me. Just your judgmental eyes. Anyway, I can't see a thing. Let's see if we can judge the height from back here. Nope. Still can't see a thing. I don't know. Maybe we could stand to go a little bit taller with it. Then again, there's going to be a building on top of this, like a little house to house the pulley for the hoist. So what I'm doing right now is basically just trying to figure out the support structure. If it's not tall enough, we'll make it a little bit taller after we get everything built in. If it's too tall, then I don't know. We'll just make it shorter. But let me go ahead and I'm trying to figure out like the shape of it right now. That's all I really want to do is figure out the general shape, the layout of it. Figure out how we're going to put the hoists in. You can ignore this right here because this isn't going to support anything because it has to support, a mining ore and an elevator and all that stuff. So even this one, I don't know if that's going to work either. That's like kind of a secondary support that I'm thinking about. This main support's going to run down to the ground like this. But I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I'm going to go work on it some more and I'll be back with you guys in just a few. So, I mean, already I can tell you guys, I'm not really feeling the 45-degree, like, angle this thing is coming. You might want to move. Maybe a steeper angle would work better. So if we go, like, 1 block back and then 2 blocks down the whole way around, maybe that'll work better for us. So I just did this one side right here, and it does look kind of awkward with those steep right angles in there. So let me go ahead and put some stairs in here just to make it look a little bit better. I need to get my jump boost back first. Where is my jump boost? There you are. Okay. So let's go ahead and put these down in here, and then we'll see what that looks like. Yeah, you know what? I'd say I am pretty happy with that angle. So I went ahead and added some additional bracing, a little bit extra support just to make it a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more rugged, a little bit more miney. What I want to do now, though, is go ahead and get a floor in place. Because, like I said, up here, this is where we're going to house our, pulley house. I gotta find a better... Anyway, what I want to do is bring this floor, like, out into, like, kind of a balcony that kind of, goes around the whole edge, just like... Not like that, just like this. We'll get rid of you. And we're going to bring that around the whole edge. And as far as the interior goes, a floor is a floor. We'll just put some flooring in just like this all around here. As far as our ladders go, we'll probably just do something like this. We'll put the floor in around it like that. We'll add a trapdoor in there. We'll call it a day. And I don't know if I showed you guys this last episode, but these ladders do go all the way down to the bottom of our mine. So that's an easy way to get up and down if we don't, feel like dying on the murder vader. But yeah, as far as the walls go, basically we're just going to continue this upward. So let me get my wood out. We'll just pop these up. I'll do that the whole way around and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. So before we build the rest of this structure, I was thinking we had a zombie spawn here apparently in the middle of the night. He's toast now. Anyway, before we build this rest of the structure, which is pretty high up, like, check out this view. This is just a gorgeous view. It's going to be killer by the time we're done. Anyway, what I was thinking we could do is go ahead and add our pulley in here. So I thought we could do that together. It'd be fun, you know? So we'll put our acacia log in the middle right there. That's going to be the center of our pulley. And just to go around it, I was thinking we could just make, you know, cobblestone stairs go in a rotational pattern around this whole thing. And how am I going to get this bottom one in? Can we... Oh, that's going to be precarious. Alright, well, we're just going to have to go in from underneath. So what I think we can maybe do is get some scaffolding blocks out. We'll just put them over here like this and like this. And at this point, you may be asking yourself, as I am, Lobo, why didn't you just put a scaffolding block underneath that one stair and then you could just throw the stair against it like that? It's because... No, you didn't think of that, neither did I. Okay, nobody thought of that. We're all good here. Anyway, what we're going to do is go ahead and put buttons on here as the center of our pulley. And you know what? That actually does have to go because now there is no support holding this pulley up in the air. So I have just destroyed all credibility. This clip is done. No, I'm just kidding. But I do have to get a support structure in because this has to pull up our elevator from all the way down there, so it does need some support. The reason why I went the acacia log is because it looks rusty, doesn't it? I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, now this clip is done. Oh man. Would you look at that view, though? Look at that view. Anyway, the roof is done. And I kind of just went with the, slanted roof, just differentiate it from that down there and from that down there. And I figure it's high enough up that, if it doesn't look good, you're not really going to notice. And you see, we also went with stairs and half slabs on the half slab level for the roof, just to keep it completely 100% non-spawnable, because we don't need anything dropping down and killing all those guys. And if we come down here with me. Okay. You see that we did a little bit of detail work in here. A little bit, not all of it. So we have some lighting in here, which we're going to need. And we also have a brace for our pulley because, this is a piece of heavy machinery and it needs some bracing. There are a couple things I do want to address, though, that we're going to fix a little bit later on. Such as, well, we need to go have a look at it because we haven't had a good look at it together yet. So let's go have a good look at it real quick. All right, so you see the base of the tower is very dark. That up there is more a similar color palette to those right there. And I think that's what I want to go with. I want to all follow a similar color palette. So I think the first step in getting it to look the same is not by breaking my example. Okay, we need to replace the dark oak fence with some spruce fence. I think that's going to lighten it up significantly. We may also need to do something with the cobble, but I'm going to do the fence first and see how that works out. First, though, I want to do some terraforming, and I think we'll come back and work on the tower a little bit later on in the episode. There's so much I need to get done, so much big stuff that this can kind of wait. We got the water tower and all that mess. I don't know. I'll be back with you guys in a minute. All right, you know what? I did it. I did it. Sheriff Farrah and Donkey were over here looking at me with their judgmental eyes again, and I just did it. And I didn't just do the top, I did it all the way down. And you know what? It looks better. Yeah. So it definitely looks a lot better. I am happy with that. It kind of fits in better with everything else. So I hope you're happy, Sheriff. Now we have to get you out of there. So I think that we'll probably have to break open the fountain. So we want to do that before we do terraforming over here because the water will destroy everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this blocked off right here. And that will prevent the water from, lifting up carpets and all that mess. We need to move Sheriff Farrah over towards the center of the fountain so he or she floats in the right direction. All right, and then we should block off this so water doesn't flow down into our mine and destroy anything that might be down there that's destroyable, such as redstone. And we can break this open. Come on, Sheriff. I know you want to come out. Very good. All right, cool. The Sheriff is out of the fountain. That is such a strange thing to be saying. Now we need to find out or figure out some creative way of getting him or her up to the village, which is probably gonna just be a lot of shoving. How did I know from the moment I hired you that one day we would end up in this exact situation? Oh, Sheriff. Okay, you're a big boy. Anyway, if we break open this fence, please don't get hit. That could end bad for the both of us. All right, let me grab this, and Sheriff, please get back to your community to protect and to serve and all that cool stuff. Juggernaut, I saw you. You stay there. You can't, You boys behave. Splat, splat, splat. All right, so now that we got our fountain drained out, what I kind of want to do is get rid of you because you're bugging me. What I want to do is I want to make this thing serve a purpose. And the best purpose I can think of it serving is have it be a part of an essential system here in our city. So I want it to run down to our storage system. So if we take out these front 3 blocks, we can go ahead and get that started. So we'll replace these with hoppers. And the hoppers are eventually going to run underground into our subterranean storage system, which is going to be accessible via our mine right here. So basically what we'll do is we'll come over here, we'll have our items that, let me go ahead and run through this whole thing with you guys real quick. So we come from a long day of mining, we come over here, we break our ores on this, we got our diamond, our redstone, our lapis, and then instead of taking it back to our mine, we bring it over here, we just toss it into our fountain like that. And then they flow into the hoppers, get sorted and stored and all that cool stuff. Additionally, I want to also have a pool under our water tower right here where I can just throw items in like bop, 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 and they'll flow down here as well and just get stored, sorted, and so on after they go in the hoppers. So I have to figure out how to get the water to flow correctly for that. I know I'm going to have to lower this thing because this thing has to be at ground level basically for it to look right like it does in my head. So let me go try to figure some of this stuff out and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. All right, so we had to change up the shape of our fountain just slightly. We had to modify it just a little bit, but everything seems to be flowing properly now. So we have 3 empty hoppers right here, and we have 32 torches. And if we throw those in there, they go right into the hopper. If we throw them in the side here, those go straight into the hoppers, even right here. Like they go right into the hoppers. They don't get caught in the corners or anything. So I think that's all good. This one should be good as well since this flows towards the center. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Up here, these should all go in there because it's a straight shot. And back here, anything we put in on this side or on this side of the fence, let's just throw everything in there. We had 32 torches, right? 32, so there should be 32 torches entering the hoppers here shortly. So let's go ahead and make sure that's what's actually happening. Give it a second. Okay, so that's empty. 30 that's interesting. So most of the torches make it into the center hopper regardless of where interesting. So now that we got our plumbing sorted out, the next step is to figure out where our water tower wants to go. And this seems like the perfect spot. It's right behind our fountain. So I'm going to go ahead and start tearing this down. And yes, Sheriff, I do have all my proper permits. I am allowed to do this legally. So let me go ahead and take care of that. And we'll get a base put in and I'll be back with you guys shortly. Oh, this was a bad idea. Poor planning on my part, admittedly. Oh, man. Sheriff, come down off the ledge. Sheriff, please come down off the ledge. Sheriff, don't you do it. Don't. You did it. You did it. Come on. Don't make me have to do this again. Come on, Sheriff. This is cobblestone. You love cobblestone. You love climbing up cobblestone, Sheriff. Come on. Oh, yes. Go up the slab. Go up. All right. I didn't want to be pushy. But I'm going to need you to go in an upwards direction. Sheriff. Come on, we just fixed this. Why do you hate me? Why? Because you're tiny. Bye. Oh my gosh. And you're small. Bye. Sheriff? Sheriff? No, Sheriff? Sheriff, I have a question for you. Are you listening to me? Are you freaking kidding me right now? I don't even know what to say. Do the words disciplinary action mean anything to you? Anything? Don't you walk away from me. Sheriff, don't you walk away from me. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with this place. I'm done. This can wait. I'm going to go over here, away from the villagers and away from the golems, and I'm going to build up this acacia fence and do some terraforming. And less headachy over there. You are fired. You're fired. No, that's too harsh. That's too harsh. You're demoted. All right, and you're now Deputy Farah. And you, my friend, you are Sheriff Roxy Diaz. Congratulations. Remind me to get you a new name tag by the end of the episode. And you, how did you even get back there? What is even happening right now? I don't understand. I don't know. What is wrong with you people? All right, you know what? It's build time. I'm going to put on the music. All right, well, you know what? I feel better. I feel so much better now that we accomplished that amount of work in that time lapse. Like, I'm actually feeling really good about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, because we did a lot of stuff. Like, we did more than I was intending to do, and I would say this is more or less a complete area. Like, aside from a few small details that need to be taken care of, like, this area, the New Moon Mining Company surface, is pretty much done, and like I am loving the way this is looking right now. I mean, just look at it. It's almost complete. Almost. It's like right there. It's like Just a few small details I'll take care of in between episodes away from complete. And like, that's not it. Like, we also came over here and we did the water tower, which I wasn't actually intending to do during the time lapse. It just kind of worked out. It kind of worked out that way. I was on a roll, and I think that actually ended up looking pretty good itself. And while I was over there, I did end up apologizing to the villagers. I ended up apologizing to Sheriff Farah for my behavior because, I hired him knowing who he was. And, I'm not trying to change him or anything. So he is who he is. One thing I do want to take care of are these vines. I want to kind of put a stop to their growth before they take over this whole wall on the inside. So that's something I'm definitely going to have to take care of. The water tower, though, let's see if we can get a better view of it by hopping up here real quick. And, I'll just kind of show you my thought process with this. I'm not totally sure about it. See, I wanted to do bands around the water tower, like metal bands to kind of hold it in. I tried cobblestone walls, but it stuck out too far. So I wanted like a block that wasn't a full block. And so I used pistons there, and I think that kind of worked out, but I don't know. If you guys have any better ideas, please be sure to let me know. I'm not going for total realism here, because you see, we even have like the water flowing down through the center here, and that's not realistic at all. That's just to show it's a water tower, because if water was actually flowing that fast out of the tank, it would be empty in 0.2 seconds flat, and, it's just to give you an idea of what this actually is. But we have our little pool right here, which has all the water flowing to the center stream. So let's say if we go somewhere and we collect some materials, like we're over there, we're collecting logs or whatever, we come over here and just toss them in anywhere in here, and they will flow right down this center stream all the way down to our hoppers way, way under there. So that works out. That definitely works out. Now, we do have to do something about this stream right here, because the villagers seem to think it's a water slide. And it's not. It's not a water slide. It is a highly thought out scientific item transportation system, and so we're going to make a bridge over it for our villagers to, hopefully they'll actually be able to track their way across here. Too wide, I think that's wide enough to where it's actually comfortable to walk across, and it should prevent them from, hopefully, going down into the water. Maybe. Let's just make sure this bridge didn't impede our highly thought out scientific water transportation system, and it looks like it hasn't. Very good. Very good. You stay out of here. Okay, Mr. Donkey, I did not forget about you. I know I promised you a house down here, and I did that off camera, so, the viewers don't know that, but now they do. I did promise you a house down here off camera, so I had to de-terraform this whole area over here and build Mr. Donkey a house because, I do talk to the... I do talk to the wildlife in this game when I'm not recording. So I felt obligated to do it. I'm a man of my word. So let's go in here, Mr. Donkey, and I want you to have a look around. Tell me if you enjoy your new house. We got some food here for you. We got some water. If you come in here, we got some more hay over here for a midnight snack, in case you're in bed right here. Oops. I need to remake your bed. Hold on, Mr. Donkey. We'll be back with you in just a second. So yeah, I got some food here for you as a midnight snack in case you're in bed. I don't know if you sleep in beds, but just in case you do, I just want you to know there is a bed here for you. So I hope you enjoy your new house, Mr. Donkey. I hope you enjoy it a lot. It's more than a lot of villagers have here currently, but we'll get to them. We will get to them. I think that's just about it. I realize he's name tag, and I could have just let him roam freely around here, but, he wanted a house, and also I didn't want him to have an accident. And I didn't want to put a gate up there and impede my ability to get up and down, so, he has his own little place. I think that's pretty good. And I think that's pretty much all we're going to do here in this episode. Obviously, we still have to tackle the mine at some point, because as you can see, it's not one. But we'll get around to that eventually. That's a whole nother project altogether. And, we even got started on it. We placed our first 3 blocks for the storage system that's going to be down in our mine. So, that's upcoming. But yeah, I think this episode is pretty much done. There's just one small detail we need to take care of before we wrap things up. And boom, put a stamp on it. It is done. Send it off. It's good to go. Put it in the mailbox, whatever else. But yeah, I had a whole lot of fun today. I hope you guys did too. If you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that like button. And if you want to see more, please consider subscribing. As always, I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I do deeply appreciate it. And until next time, I am Lobo, and I will see you guys later. Y'all come back now, you hear?